made you decide to start a new band, I guess?
Well, Justin and I have been playing together for a long time.
Yeah.
I was just getting a bit sick of being me, if that makes sense. I was doing a lot of solo shows. I was playing songs that were probably 10 or 15 years old and released a new album, and then kind of, I was always sort of coming back to doing that. I just got really sick of it and just wanted to kind of do something new. So Justin and I we kind of started writing a bunch of songs, and that was sort of going to be for a solo album, like a Nick Barker solo album, and it just felt really good. So I just decided to kind of make it into a band. We'd always had this kind of idea of having this band. It just sort of seemed like the time was right. So we did that first album, and then we put that out, and we got a little deal out of a label in Sydney called Golden Robot Records, and just went on from there and did this second album. So it's just fun, it's good being in a guitar band again, I mean, don't let the folkiness of this fool you. It's actually a kind of proper rock and roll band with, drums and everything. So it's kind of, I mean, it's important to kind of keep engaged in music when you've been doing it for as long as I have and for as long as Justin has. It's just, you can't sort of just bluff your way through it, If you're not into it, it really shows. And I just wasn't. I was really kind of just going, oh man, I'm gonna play this song again. This song's kind of 10, 15 years old. And now it's like I really look forward to playing. I look forward to getting up there and just shutting my eyes and going for it. And that's kind of why I got into music in the first place, and that's why everybody does. And if you're in it for a long time, you can lose sight of that. So that was sort of the reason behind it, just to sort of drop everything and get a clean canvas,
Yeah. So your latest album is Last of the Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the writing process for that like for you?
It was easy because I had Justin to do it with, So it was it wasn't me just sort of sitting there kind of torturing myself on my own, and also because it was just the way the band was. It was the sum of its parts, and we didn't have to. It wasn't like as a solo artist you can go, oh gee whiz, I might get a bit of ukulele on this. So you ring up the guy who plays ukulele, and it becomes this really infinite thing where you can take music in any direction. It can be a little bit kind of daunting. With our band, there's 4 people. When every one of those 4 people has kind of contributed, that's it. So it's really liberating, it's really easy, and we didn't rehearse to do it. We just went in and with the song ideas, and we kind of worked them up on the day and recorded them. So there was a real freedom in it. It's a real 70s approach to recording. If you've read any of those kind of books, like bands would go into the studio and jam stuff up and then just kind of bang them down with sort of reckless abandon. So for us, that was perfect. It was just a lot of fun, and there was no pressure. So it was perfect for me because I really don't like recording. It stresses me out. So it was good.
So where does inspiration come from for you when you're writing music?
It's kind of corny, but it isn't something you can just switch on and off. And I don't sit down and try and write songs anymore. I used to, and you'll come up with stuff, but it's never any good. Always the best things, always the ones that sort of just write you. And lots of songwriters say that, and it does sound cheesy, but it's true. You'll just sort of pick your guitar up and something will come out and it'll just stick, and it's generally pretty quick. And I'm pretty disorganised with it. I've tried to be organised and have a notebook and all that kind of thing, but generally I'm still writing lyrics as the vocals are going down. So the inspiration comes, but it's a messy kind of inspiration with me. It's not some sort of dark art process. It's just as simple as having an idea and recording it onto my phone and then forgetting about it and coming back to it. So, but it works. I've written a lot of songs and I've written them all in the same way. So I must be doing something right. And, hey, Tom Petty did it that way, so it can't be all bad.
So obviously you've had a lot of music experience. Did a lot of writing in the past, and so does your past music influence what you do and what you write now?
Well, I've always been into guitar music, 70s guitar music, rock and roll, stuff that guys play, that's always been my inspiration. So, and that was pretty much what I've done ever since I got into music. It was always in one form or another. Some of it was a bit artier than others, but for the most part it came down to playing live with people and that chemistry. And so with our band, it's just continued on for that. As I said, I did a lot of solo stuff, playing acoustic guitar, and that was great. It was a good money spinner, and it was also a good way to get around the world and play shows. Like I did that all throughout Europe, but it just gets to the point where you just don't have anything more to. Well, I don't have anything more to say in this kind of format anymore. So I wanted to get in that band and have it that primal thing again. So it's just something you keep coming back to. I guess it's what I listened to when I was a kid. 70s guitar-based music. So. Same as Justin.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Do you think that you'll ever put a musical together?
If you had asked me that about 2.5 hours ago, I would have said, yes, definitely. You can't. In order to quit music, you would have to not ever pick up a guitar again, and I don't think that's going to happen. I have plenty of time. It's frustrating. Believe me, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's competitive. It's heartbreaking. It's uplifting. It's all of those things because you're so connected to it. And anybody who says you don't get affected by it, you can't do something that you're so hardwired into and that's so much part of you. And if you don't get on that festival, if someone says something really nasty about your record, or if people don't go to your gig, all those sorts of things really stab you in the heart. They really, really do. And of course you get thick-skinned and there's all sorts of reasons you can say, well, that, doesn't matter, that didn't happen for this reason or that reason, but my musical career's been like this the whole time. It'll go flat and then something good will happen and then it'll be like, wow, it's great. So it's an odd way to live your life, even on the level that we're talking about. I can't imagine what it would be like for somebody who sells millions and millions of records, and they think that they're having a bad day when they've sold only 200,000, whereas we'd love to sell 200,000. So it's all relative, but plenty of times I think I'd like to stop the kind of chasing this weird goal that we all have, but I don't think I'll ever quit altogether. About you?
No.
Not unless the uke business really takes off.